Hell yeah, you got the same bug I did, man. And I think,
You didn't get the East Coast bug at all still?
you know what? Now I mess with East Coast music heavy, man. But I always saw myself, like I told you, when I heard 6 in the Morning and Ryan Page and all that, man, I said that sounds exciting to me. I ain't
Right.
trying to go somewhere else where it's cold like it is here, because my thing was this: if I'm gonna go somewhere and struggle, I'm gonna be where it's hot at and I can get some money.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like if I'm gonna go to New York, you fuck around, you might have a stretch, my nigga. You might have to sleep in the car or some shit a few nights. I'd rather
Mhm.
sleep in the car out here in this motherfucker dog than be in Ohio or New York
It's
somewhere.
crazy how some, the paths that some niggas took. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all being all the way up there, being right there by New York, y'all decide to come here. My
Hmm.
man Primo, who was from Texas, who was a hop, skip, and a jump from Cali, he decided, fuck it,
But see,
I'm going
Primo,
to New York.
but check
Right.
this
You get
out
me?
though. If Primo don't hook up with Guru, he might not ever become Primo. You feel what I'm saying?
It's
He
just
might not.
right,
But,
right.
I think at the end of the day, man, it'd be divine intervention, man. I very much believe in God, man. And I think sometimes God got a plan and he'll plant little breadcrumbs along the way to let you know this, because it's just a feeling. Like when I heard Ice T,
That was
when I
just
heard certain
automatic.
niggas, I could picture myself out here rolling down motherfucking Crenshaw
Did you have
Boulevard,
a
whatever that was,
Did
in
you
a
have a
nice car with a
choice?
fly broad.
Did you have a
Hmm.
choice?
You know what, man? I could have went, because I played football. That was my
Right.
little way out. I could have went. My grades is messed up. I could have went to a little school in Kansas called Coffeeville,
Hmm.
and I know they took me on a trip down there, and all I saw down there was fat white girls, dog. No offense to fat white women, but
Yeah, they gonna knock you
and they
out.
was down there. They had a
They
table
gonna
with
be
some
waiting out.
punch.
They gonna be waiting outside with a gang of pies to throw in your face and
But
shit.
I went on a little recruiting trip, so to speak, and they had a little party, and I went down there. They had a bunch of robust women, robust white women. They had punch.
They had some healthy females.
Yeah,
Let's put it like
and they
that.
had some fruit punch and some potato chips on the table. And I was like, man, I don't know, man. It's even more boring than Cleveland, man. At least Cleveland ain't boring. You
You
getting
ain't
some
like
shit. It's the wrong shit, but you
Right.
getting to something.
what
I,
that,
this generic
still
as
saying
hell.
they had tater chips and fruit punch on
Hell
the
yeah. So
table.
either I'm gonna pick potato chips and fruit punch, or I'm gonna go out there to where the beach at and where it look exciting at. I'm going out there sight unseen, because they ain't, I'm going to JC. They ain't bringing niggas on no recruiting trips.
Right.
I just knew from what I saw on TV, nigga, I'm going out to where the palm trees at and
So
the
you
girls in
just
the
picked you
bikinis.
just picked the JC and said, "Fuck it, I'm headed to
I'm
L."
coming to Long Beach City, and it was the best thing I ever did in my life. Shout out to Coach Will Shaw. The man changed my life. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Man changed my life, man. I wound up doing some incredible things coming to California that I know for sure would have been impeded in Cleveland by a number of things. First of all, we got to go back to the lack of opportunity.
Right.
I would have for sure been selling, because all my homeboys went on to become some of that state's biggest D boys. You
Hmm.
feel what I'm saying?
Mm.
They was really moving some things, and along that came them niggas going doing penitentiary time. Shout out to my nigga Teddy. He just came home. He was just out here. The one I brought to the show in L.A.
Okay.
Me and him. When we first started hustling, me and him was hustling together. But I said, I don't know if this is what I want to do full time, my nigga. But he was, even then, you saw it in his eyes. We made that first 1,500 2 years. Like, man, this is it right here. You stupid for leaving. You
Yeah.
crazy for leaving. He was a better football player than me, for real, my niggas. They wanted both of us.
Mm.
Yeah, niggas was throwing it away, man, out there in Cleveland. But that state right there, you got the Supreme Court. You know what I'm saying? Like you got so the police in Cleveland and Ohio, period. You know what they say about Ohio? You go on vacation, you leaving on probation, cause
Oh, for real.
they want a nigga. You go,
Mm.
they gonna get you with a ticket somehow. You know
And
what I'm
niggas
saying?
is
So
telling, and
that's why I got out of there, cause I tried to go home and live home and all that, but when you got like when you got the more money and you driving Benz and this that and you standing out sticking out like a sore thumb every time I pulled out my driveway, they was boo boo just trying to hit me, keeping me in the system. I was like, so I might as well go where a drop top 500 Benz is average, you know what I'm
yeah, for
Mm.
saying?
real.
So I can blend in. So that was the benefit for California for me because the lifestyle you can spread out here, you
And
know
you
what
would
I'm
have
saying?
thought that, looking at, where y'all had the status, you'd have thought in some way they would have been kind of proud to,
Yeah, for sure.
we got some local boys who done made it good, and I mean made it good. You know, as far as music is hip hop is concerned, y'all was on the map as far as Cleveland is concerned. And you would think that a local motherfucking law enforcement motherfucker would be like, oh, that's Bone Thug, that's Layzie Bone. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas, we know he ain't no D-boy. We know he ain't gang banging or nothing like that. This motherfucker made it from the music, so, and he's got us on the status. But you know, haterism come in all kind of shapes and shit.
It was worse from the people that's supposed to love you, man.
It was like 50-50, you know what I'm saying? You had the niggas that gung-ho, police, they'll give me an escort home if I'm drinking and something like that, but then this partner might be prejudiced as hell. Like, fuck this nigger, we taking him in, and like but that's how it is, prejudice like that.
Especially, man, with the mentality that the white folks, that's what I tell brothers out here, I say, y'all ain't really encountered no racism out here, because out here, a motherfucker could see you and be, hey, and go have drinks with you, get in this car, fucking nigger, because it's just a little bit more progressive out here. You know, you can't, racism is frowned upon out here. But back there, you got some white boys that tell you, I don't fuck with your kind.
Yeah,
fucking nigger.
I mean, it's
they see you, they say, ditty ass nigger.
And to this day, though, like it's just born and bred. When you raised like that,
That
you
shit
know what I'm
is
saying?
crazy.
Like when your parents put that in you, you know what I'm saying? It's hard. Like I even had friends that, you know, when I went to school, we was cool as hell. But afterwards, you know, being on the west side, I couldn't go over their house or nothing like that because they parents. You know, I was like, you know, it just didn't
That's
mix.
just how it was, especially with the busing program in Cleveland. And it's crazy they kept it going, because I was bused to the west side when I was in elementary. I went to Thomas Jefferson. No, not Thomas Jefferson. I went to Thomas Jefferson for junior high. I went to Clark Elementary for elementary, right? And
I
right
went to
across from
Clark.
Clark, yeah, you went to Clark?
I went to Clark.
Yeah, it was a white supremacist thing right across the street from Clark Elementary. I don't know if it was still there when you was there, but that's just how it was.
No shit.
Yeah, they let you know, man. Oh, man, I had a girl, Becky, tell me, she said, Norm, you're really nice, but my mom says that black people are monkeys.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing about, you know, that's why I like it here. You know what I'm saying? Because you got everybody, man. All this melting pot here, California, but that's why people start migrating west a long time ago anyway, you know.
Yeah, you can make it, man. The thing is, Cleveland, man, unfortunately, man, is a place that's marred by extreme poverty, and the conditions don't make it no better. You know, you fighting the bad-ass weather, right? And then you got the just good old-fashioned just haterism, man. It's hard to where if you're a person that don't attain a certain thing in your life, you gonna have people mad at you for no reason, man. It felt like they should have been you. Like seriously, it's the weirdest thing ever, bro.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I got love for my city. Like, I love Cleveland to death.
I love
like,
it to death,
'cause,
too, with all my
you
heart.
know what I'm
I
saying?
love
But that
Cleveland,
shit,
too.
that shit rough, nigga. We ain't
I've
gonna
done
front.
I've done plenty of shows in Cleveland. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, Cleveland would.
But Cleveland
go
put
up.
something inside of you, though, dog. If you a hustler, Cleveland like you just. I don't know no niggas that slackers from Cleveland. Anybody I know from Cleveland, they trying to get it, man, because they understand what poverty is. It's like every day, dog. I never allow myself to get comfortable, no matter how much money I got in the bank or whatever, because I know with just a few twists and turns, man, you could be on your ass somewhere, man. You be right back in that motherfucker, dog, looking at the niggas you went to elementary school with.
I think that's any nigga's mentality or any person, period, male or female, man. If you just born with that, you know, go get mentality, it's hard to stop trying to find the next hustle, you know what I'm saying? Or the next, you know, job or the next come up or whatever it is. That's for simple-minded motherfuckers who are settled with just where I am and oh well.
Yeah, you can never get content.
Gangsta Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes. If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. Gangsta Chronicles, this is not